City Council agenda meeting to order. First thing I'll need to do is call the roll. Mayor Sappho is absent. Councilmember Robin Bach, present. Councilmember Spears.
I'm here.
Thank you. Councilmember Waddell. Councilmember Andrews.
Here.
Councilmember Joyner.
Here.
And I am here. Okay. Our agenda for tomorrow is presentations. We have a presentation of citizens' commendations, Medal of Valor, certificates of merit, life-saving awards, and certificate of appreciation, and Chief Williams will do that. A proclamation recognizing May 19th through the 25th, 2024 as National Public Works Week. Proclamation naming May 2024 as Treatment Court Month. Consent agendas. C1, approval of the minutes of the agenda briefing meeting on May 6, 2024, and the regular council meeting on May 7, 2024. C2, resolutions amending the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board bylaws to reflect various cleanup items related to department names, titles, and adding a mission statement. C3, resolution amending a contract for Lanier Tree Service, LLC, in the amount of $178,580 to remove additional trees, budget impact $178,580 for operating funds by way of tree mitigation appropriation. C4, resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into a 3-year agreement with Best Technology Systems Incorporated for maintenance of the indoor shooting range at the Hayes Lacewell Public Safety Training Facility, Wilmington Police Department. Budget impact $145,810. C5, it's a resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into a professional services agreement with Terracon Consultants Incorporated in the amount of $309,950 for the updates to National Register Historic District inventories, planning and development budget. C6, it's a resolution authorizing the city manager to pursue additional STBG DA funding from the Wilmington Metropolitan Planning Organization in the amount of $246,382 with a $49,276 local grant match for the City of Wilmington's traffic signal preemption for emergency vehicles, Phase 2 project. C7, it's a resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into a 5-year agreement with Faster Assets Solutions in the amount of $239,960 for the upgrade of the Fleet Management Software Budget Impact Fleet Fund. C8 is a resolution authorizing the city manager to amend the contract with the NAPA Auto Parts DBA Walker Automotive Supply Incorporation in the amount of $400,000 for vehicle and equipment parts, Fleet Fund. We have public information and public hearing. PH1 is an ordinance directing the housing inspector to vacate, close, and repair or demolish the dwelling at 712 Red Cross Street as unfit for human habitation pursuant to Article 5, Chapter 16 of the City Code, and directing that a notice be placed thereon prohibiting its use or occupancy. PH2, ordinance directing the housing inspector to vacate, close, and repair or demolish the dwelling at 1115 South 5th Avenue as unfit for human habitation pursuant to Article 5, Chapter 16 of the City Code, and directing that a notice be placed thereon prohibiting its use or occupancy. PH3A is an ordinance making appropriations to the general fund for a fiscal year beginning July 1, 2024, public hearing only. PH3B is an ordinance making appropriations to the grant projects, financial plans, enterprise funds, debt service fund, special tax district, and convention center fund for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2024, and that's public hearing only. PH3C is an ordinance making appropriations to the Capital Projects Fund for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2024, public hearing only. PH 3D, an ordinance amending various chapters of the City of Wilmington's fee schedule for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2024, public hearing only. PH 4 is an ordinance amending the Land Development Code, Chapter 18, for various amendments and cleanup items related to permitted uses, legacy district standards, parking lot landscaping, site design standards, electric vehicle parking, and definitions, land use action. PH 5 is a public hearing, FY 2025 Annual Action Plan for the CDBG and Home Funds, public hearing only. We have one ordinance, Ordinance 1, ordinance making supplement appropriation in the amount of $9,945 to the Special Purpose Fund to complete longleaf pine savanna restoration across 45 acres at Halliburton Park. Budget impact $9,945, Revenue Nature Conservancy Grant Award. And then we have a report, Report 1, report of the Council Appointment Committee for boards, commissions, and committees. Anything to come before us, Mr.?
Yeah, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Going back to PH, where it deals with amendment cleanup regarding ADUs, could I have someone come up and add some questions about
Linda? Okay. Kathy?
Ms. Thurston, good morning.
Good morning, Councilman Rodenbach.
A year or two back, maybe more, maybe less, there was a project that was proposed, it was passed on Maple Avenue in that section out there off of Cedar, and they wanted to build some primary structures and have ADUs behind them. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that specifically.
41st Street, it's where 41st and Maple or Cedar intersect. Anyway, we had some leeway up here, and we didn't approve the ADUs. Does this change that where we wouldn't have that leeway?
I would have to look at that project specifically, but generally any single-family residential lot in the city would be able to have an ADU attached or detached.
So that's changed, is that correct? Because we did have some leeway. It's not been that long ago. I think Brian was up here when we did that. I'd rather it be you, but I'll take a Brian.
Go figure.
You remember what I'm talking about, Brian?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay.
That was a condition placed on that rezoning, so that wouldn't change the rezoning because it would be a condition placed by council, and only council can change that condition.
Okay, so this doesn't have any effect on that?
No, sir.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Any other questions? Mr. City Manager?
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, we're going to let you off easy today. We have nothing for you after the agenda briefing.
All right. Hearing nothing, meeting adjourned.